cloud. Okay, it's good. I hope everybody did good in the test. I'll grade it as soon as I can and then publish the grades. And how's everything going? Do you have any suggestions for the class going forward? Does it work well for you so far? Let me know, okay? Let me know. I'm open. I'm open to change. And yeah, so we can work it together. Right. So I think I gave you the solutions for quiz 1 and 2. And you have submitted homework 4 as well. And yeah, we can go through some of the questions if you have in homework 4. Do you have anything that you figure that is difficult? Number 5 on 3.2. Anything from 3.1 before moving to that?
Could we go over 33?
33,
Yes, please.
3.1. Oh, yes, we can do that. So 33, let me look at the question first. $33. So use the limit definition to compute f prime a and find an equation of the tangent line. Okay, so let's do that. Number 33. So you are given f of x 33, 3.1, 30, 33. Okay, you are given f of x equal x cubed plus x, and it is at a equals 0. That's where you need to find f prime of a, right? So what is the definition for f prime of a? By definition, f prime of a is equal to limit h goes to 0, f of a plus h minus f of a divided by h. That's it. So now it's just a substitution. Limit h goes to 0, f of a plus h is a plus h cube plus what? A plus h. Right? Is that clear? And then f of a is minus a cube plus a divided by h. Okay. Make sense? Good. Okay, so what is this limit? H goes to 0. I can take just a plus h out, and then you have a plus h. Or I can take the I can take this one, right? I can take by using the binomial expansion, I can take a cube right? Plus, what is this? A 3 times a squared h, right? Plus 3 times a h squared plus h cube. Is that right? So a cube, a plus h cube. Sounds good. So now plus a plus h, right? Minus a cube minus a, right? Divided by h. Now we have term a cube here and negative a cube here. So we can cancel these two out. And then we have a in here, negative a in here. Cancel these two out. So we have limit h goes to 0. So this should be a, okay, not b. So this is h. So I can take h out from all these terms, right? I can take h out, h. If I take h out, this is 3a squared, factoring out h plus 3a h plus h squared plus 1, right? Divided by h. And you can cancel this to this, right? And then you have limit h goes to 0, 3a squared plus limit h goes to 0, 3ah plus limit h goes to 0, h squared plus limit h goes to 0, 1. So this is 3a squared. It's a constant, right? It doesn't depend on h. So you can write 3a squared. And this one is 0, second one, and third term is also 0. Why is that 0? Because yes, h goes to 0, right? When h goes to 0, 3a h goes to 0 as well. So that means that entire term is 0. Okay. And then plus 1. What do you have? 3a squared plus 1. That is your f prime of a. Now we want to find equation of tangent, right? So how did you find equation of tangent? It is so easy if you know this plot, the graph. You have f of x, and this is x. Let's say the graph is like that, right? So you know what is the slope of the tangent. What is the slope of the tangent at x equal a? At x equal a, what is the slope? What is the slope? 3. Why is it 3? No, that's okay. You had some reason. Just let me know why is that. That's which one? Yeah, that's f prime a, right? What does f prime a mean? What does it mean? But according to the, I mean, when you explain it in terms of that figure. F prime is the slope of the tangent. Yes. F prime a is the slope of the tangent line at x equal a. This is what you need to understand, right? The slope of this tangent line, right? This is the tangent line. This is the tangent line, the line that tangential to the curve at x equal a, right? This line is tangential to the curve at x equal a. That means that point, at this point, right? So the slope of this one is equal to the slope, right? Slope of the tangent line at x equal a is equal to what? f prime of A. Okay. And if you know any point X and Y at X, right, and Y point on this tangent line. So you have a point called just arbitrary point X and Y, right? On this tangent line, I can write, how do I write the slope without using f prime A? How do I write the slope? What do you mean by the slope? Slope is the tangent of this angle, theta. Tangent theta is the slope, right? So how do I write the tangent theta? Slope is equal to tangent theta. Theta refers to this angle, okay? Slope of the tangent line is equal to tangent theta. Okay? How do I write that? In terms of X and Y. Right, right. So what is the change of Y? What is the change of Y? What is the Y value here? What is the Y value here? At this X equal A, what is the Y value? What is the Y value here? Connor, do you know what the value here? What is the Y value here? Anyone? You just give a try. You might be correct. Huh? 6. What is the X value here? Yeah, what is the X value? Here, A. A. So what is the Y value? F? F of A. Right? Just F of A. I'm trying to teach you how you get this, right? F of A. Now, how do I say the slope? Tangent theta. Change in A, change in Y divided by change in X. So what is the change in Y? Hey, go ahead, Mason. What do you say? Change of F of A. So what is the change in Y? This is coordinate Y, and this is F of A. So what is the change? What is delta Y? So yes, delta Y over delta X. What is delta Y in this triangle? Just look at the triangle. What is this delta Y? What is that delta Y? Y minus F of A. Good. Y minus F of A. See, just need a little bit of thinking. Yes. Then change of X. What is change of X? This delta X. Good. X minus A. And that is also equal to what? This is the slope of the tangent line, which is equal to what? This guy. Right? I wrote slope in terms of two ways. One is the derivative at X equal A. The other one is just from the geometry. Now, all the points, this X and Y point is just arbitrary point. This X on Y could be any point on this line, right? Does that make sense? Right? This is general point, right? So that means this equation is the equation of all the X and Y points on this line. Do you agree with me? Right? So that is the equation of the tangent line. So if you write, this is Y minus F of A equals F prime A X minus A. So this is the equation of tangent line. We did that last week as well. I just want to refresh your memory. This is how you get it. Does that make sense? Right? You have done this in pre-calculus or in the high school to find a equation of a line. Okay. Does that make sense? Right. So what is the A given in this problem? A equals what? A equals 0. So what is f of 0? So what is f of 0 is equal to what? Sorry, yeah, f of 0 is equal to what? 0. That's right. Right. So you have 0 here, f of a, and what is f prime a? So a equals 0, then f of a is equal 0. What is f prime a? Huh? 3a square plus 1, but what a is equal to 0 now, right? So yeah, so f of 0 is equal to 1, f prime 0, right? So I can write f prime 0, this is the slope of the tangent line is 1, right? And the equation of tangent line is y minus 0 equals 1 times x minus a. So this is y equals x minus a. Does that make sense? Right? You don't have to do all of these things, what I did here. This is just for your understanding. If you remember this equation, that's how you apply it. But if you do not remember that equation, this is a good way of remembering it. Pictures are more easy to remember than the equations for most of us, right? I'm not trying to actually remember any of these things. What I do is I take a common point on this line and then equal the slopes in 2 methods. That's what I have done here. That's what I've done here. I found the slope by using my knowledge of calculus, right? This slope is from the geometry. 2 ways of finding the same thing, and they are equal, they should be equal to each other. And that's how you get the equation of the tangent line. Does that make sense? Okay. So the next question was number 5, right? 3.2, number 5. Let's look at what the question is first. number 5. Okay, so you have compute f prime x. So I'm just trying to remind you, recall what we did last time with this problem. Okay, this is 3.2 question 5. So the last week what we did was we introduced the definition of derivative at a point x equal a. That's what we did in the previous problem, and then we obtain the derivative of function at any x point, right? So it can be done derivative, definition of a derivative f of f prime x is equal to limit h goes to 0, f x plus h minus f x divided by h. Divided by h. So that's the definition. So by using that definition, I want to find the derivative, compute f prime of x for f of x equal x minus square root of x. X minus square root of x. Okay. So what do I have to do? I write the definition f prime of x and limit h goes to 0. And what is f of x plus h? Instead of x for this function, I put x plus h. So I put x plus h minus square root of x plus h. Makes sense? And then f of x, rewrite this negative minus f minus x minus square root of x and divide this by h, right? And what do we have? We have negative x, positive x cancels out, right? And then we have limit h goes to 0, h, and then we have h minus h plus square root of x, right? And then minus square root of x plus h. Make sense? So, what I can do is I'm trying, what I'm trying to do right now is to, so if you put h equals 0, this should be 0, right? Denominator would be 0, right? And then numerator, this one going to be 0, and this one going to be 0, right? And then therefore 0 divided by 0. So it's a indeterminate case, right? It's an indeterminate case. We don't know whether this limit exists or not. Indeterminate does not mean limit does not exist. We have to algebraically solve this little bit to figure out whether actually limit exists or not, right? So what can we do to solve it algebraically? Can we multiply by something? Or divide by something? What do you suggest to do in here? Any suggestions? Multiply by the conjugate. So what do you use for the conjugate? Right. Numerator, yes. You can use the conjugate of this one, right? This numerator, right? Right here, right? And then what you can do is actually you can separate this into two parts just to make sure that make it easier for you to do it. So what I would do is I would take limit h goes to 0, h over h plus limit h goes to 0, square root of x minus x plus h, right? Right. X plus h divided by h. So this is 1, h over h, right? It's just 1. Are you with me? 1. And then plus limit h goes to 0, square root of x minus x plus h divided by h, and I'm going to multiply this by x plus h, square root of x plus x times square root of x plus square root of x plus h. Right? So now I can solve it. This is 1 plus limit h goes to 0. This is just x square root of x times square root of x, right? Minus, what is this one? X plus h. Are you with me? Divided by h times square root of x plus square root of x plus h, right? And this is 1 plus, you can cancel x to negative x, and you have negative h, right? You can put plus limit negative h divided by h times square root of x plus square root of x plus h. This is negative 1, right? This limit goes to h equals 0. 1 minus limit h goes to 0, 1 over x plus square root of x plus square root of x plus h. Now what's happening? Now I can use the limit laws, right? Summation law, quotient law, and power law, or square root law, or whatever the laws that I need to, and I can write 1 minus limit, this is quotient law applying to that, over 1 divided by limit x goes to 0, x square root of that plus limit h goes to, so you can add the square root here, let's go to 0, x plus limit h goes to 0, h. Make sense? Right? This is h. Okay. And this is 1 minus, this is 1, h goes to 0, 1 is equal to 1. What is this? Limit h goes to 0, x. What is the answer for that one? What is this limit? What is this one? When h goes to 0, what happened to x? What would happen to x? Is x variable here? What is the variable here? Which variable goes to 0? X goes to 0. So x acts as a constant. Right? X is a constant. So your answer is what? This is just square root of x plus, what is this one? Limit x goes to, limit h goes to 0, x is equal to what? X, right? Then the second term, limit h goes to 0, h. What is that one? Is it h? No, h goes to 0. What is that one? What is this one? Can anybody say what the value of this one? When h goes to 0, what happened to h? It's 0. Yes, good. So this is 0. Do you understand clearly why this is x and why this is 0? This thing x does not change in h, only h changes. Okay, that makes sense? Because that variable is h in here. So you have 1 minus 1 over, what is that? Square root of x plus square root of x. 2 times square root of x. So that's the answer. You can take a common denominator if you want to. You can take 2 square root of x, 2 square root of x minus 1. Does that make sense? Good. That's how you do that. I mean, from here up to this point, it's all algebra. That's why I say you have to be really a little bit strong in algebra to do calculus. Right? Calculus comes after algebra. When you start doing algebra in middle school, 8th grade, you do pre-algebra, right? 9th grade, you do algebra. That's what I remember, right? And 10, 11, you do maybe algebra 1, 2, or something like that. And maybe 12, 11th grade, 12th grade, you do calculus. Maybe pre-calculus and calculus. Right. So that's why you have to be really strong in algebra and trigonometry to do calculus. Right. Most of the time, I figured that most of the students doesn't have a very good background in algebra and trigonometry. This is what you need to develop. If you do this, calculus is easy. Calculus is not hard. So what do you do to improve your algebra? Do more problems in algebra. Solve algebra problems. Quadratic equations, partial fractions, lot of things. Binomial expansion. And these all are things actually factoring out and then conjugate multiplication, those kind of things. Everything is from algebra. Okay? Sounds good? Any questions?
All good.
Okay.